Live.
Cool.
Hello everyone, how we doing?
Good morning. Are we hungover? I'm a little bit. Just a bit. Not too bad. How did you watch the game last night, Luke?
I sat at home, mate. I was working. I got back about 6:30. Kids and drama as usual. Then sat down about 8 o'clock to watch it, and yeah, just sort of laid on the sofa. Missus next to me doing online shopping.
Yeah,
and
nice.
And yeah, I was going to say enjoyed the game, but obviously didn't enjoy the game.
Watch the absolute dross that was England again. It's typical England, isn't it? It's horrible to watch.
Oh mate, it was awful. The thing is, it's like I really don't rate England, and I'm always pessimistic when it comes to England. But last tournament, because we did okay, I know like it was mostly set pieces and we were against rubbish opponents, but it still gets you to believe, right? When then we come into a tournament with a team that's got a lot better players than we had last time, and then it's not just that. I suppose when you look at the other teams, like on paper at least before the tournament started, it's like nothing that you need to particularly be scared of. If you know what I mean, there's not like
you look at
standouts.
You look at the Italian lineup and think, oh, they're not that great this time out.
Yeah, that sort of
thing.
thing.
Who have they got? Yeah, compared to us. Yeah.
And then you look at Belgium and you think, yeah, they've got really world-class players, but then they've got a bit of a dodgy manager, and he plays some, old centre backs, which obviously got exploited the other day. And you're like, maybe they can be get out because we've got world-class forwards. You start building into it, thinking, yeah, we could do all right. You never know. And then obviously you realise that, obviously France are favourites. Everyone knows that, but basically virtually any other team that can pass a ball and looks cohesive. I mean, how can we have such... We've got two holding midfielders, and I know we have more possession than Scotland, but use the ball as well as them. It's just like, what the hell are we doing? And that's against Scotland. I think I tweeted out, if that was against Spain, we'd have been lucky to touch the ball the way we were playing, to be honest with you.
I mean, I'm Phillips' biggest fan, as you know, but to play Phillips and Rice, I know he played well on Sunday, but together, it's just not... You just don't need it. Like, Rice can cover the back four on his own. Phillips can do the same if necessary. You just don't need two of them together. And we just need to be more braver. Like, just Southgate just thinks about the opposition more than he thinks about us. Just go for it a bit more. We don't need to... We always got the shackles on. And I thought that in 2018 as well.
Yeah, I have to say I agree with that, because I saw in the build-up people saying, Robertson's Scotland's best player, so we're going to need to play Walker because we're going to need to be able to... I'm thinking, yeah, I get that. He is their best player, and you have to have maybe some sort of an idea of him, but... Listen to yourself. The rest of the team's dog shit. Like, England are really good. We're supposed to be good. Let's go for it. Do you know what I mean? Let's not worry too much about... I don't think the Belgium would have made a plan for Robertson, for example, or any other team. No, they'd have just played their game and try and forced it upon them.
Yeah.
And it's like, in the end, he played James, so it didn't particularly matter anyway, because I'd have played James from the start, but in the other game as well. But again, it just comes down to the personnel thing as well. It's just like, I'm annoyed. Like, I'd prefer to have other personnel playing, but at the end of the day, I don't think it would have made a difference last night. Even if we'd have picked our best team, we were just fucking dreadful, like all across the pitch. I honestly just think there was something just wrong last night. I think the commentators were saying they were playing the occasion, all the hype, everything. It's like, if that was another one of our dross friendlies against Czech Republic, we'd have just won it 1-0 with a penalty or whatever, like we did before. We just played it out and then started to look good in the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, nearly was. I mean, Sterling went down. I think it could have been a penalty.
Yeah.
But, and that's how England win all the games. I mean, 2018 as well. It's so overrated.
Every game.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we beat Panama. What was it? 5-0, 6-0 or something. It's Panama. Like,
yeah. Nice.
Apart from that, there wasn't any other dominating performance. No. Like, we just scraped past Tunisia.
But the people like, oh, you can't be moaning. We get this. The frustration's there because we know we have actually got some class players this time. Like, in the past, we've overrated some of our players. Like, I get that. But there's no way that I believe that Foden, people like that are maybe like slightly hyped up because they're young and of what they've achieved. But Foden has got, his touch, his turn, his twisting, the ability to turn on a dime. Do you know what I mean? There's not many players who have got what he's got in that way.
Yeah.
We have. That's where the frustration comes from. Like, we have got some good players. Let's try and actually use them for once in some decent way.
I mean, Sancho's got the world at his feet, and he hasn't had a minute yet in this tournament.
Yeah,
and any other country would have played Sancho. Like, if he was German, Sancho would be playing for Germany every game.
Yeah, probably. You're probably right, actually. Yeah.
But, yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Southgate was shit on Thursday as well, according to Rich.
He conceded a goal and got a 7. That's not what you expect from you, Gareth. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I think a lot of people went for Gareth as well, didn't they?
Yeah, I saw a lot of people. I think because people were making hits to make things happen, and Gareth was like part of the combination for quite a lot of people. So yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, someone said about Harry Kane. I mean, to be honest, if Harry Kane is in his world class form like we expect, then maybe we just get dragged over the line every game, and it's like, okay, but we're still not a team. But yeah, the fact that Harry Kane's been utterly shite is just
so bad.
He's done this in the past multiple times. He's done it for seasons before. Be like Harry Kane is class. He's obviously class this season, but you go back for like 2 seasons and he's looked like injured and tired and dropping deeper and deeper. The old always playing as a centre back thing. It wasn't quite like that. Like he just looks really, really fucking tired.
He's flogged all season though. That's the problem. Like Jose and Poch just never rested him. It's just always Kane's playing 90 minutes.
And he got injured fairly close to the end of the season, didn't he? Came back quite quick, if I remember rightly. Quicker than we expected.
Yeah, to try and get fit again. Yeah. I mean, his legs are gone. I mean, he's 27, but he's playing like a 34-year-old. Just because of the amount of minutes he's played the last 5 years, I think it's just got to him. He needs a proper break, and he's not had it. So.
The thing is, I can still see like Gareth pretty much got to play him just because if the ball lands to his feet in the right place, he's still like easily the best shooter of the ball in our entire team. So it's like he can still easily score. So it's kind of like I feel for him in that sense that you're almost forced to play Harry Kane even though he's dog shit. So I don't really blame him from that at the moment. Like the way he's playing.
I don't know, because if we do cross it in and we're capable of crossing it in, Calvert-Lewin's got a great leap, and he's someone that in the 6-yard box he can finish.
I know, but it's just like Harry Kane is a much better player. So it's like, would Argentina drop Messi if he was playing poor? I don't think they would. He'd be playing.
That's different standard. I'm not having that. Having that.
Maybe it is a different standard, but you get what I'm saying. It's like I think that is a tough decision because if he drops Kane for like 2 games and we lose, then you know that is definitely curtains for his career. Like no one's ever gonna listen to anything he says again. But he needed to take Watkins for me. So last night was perfect for Watkins for me. We needed someone to start running about and hustling and bustling. Like Scott, you know, Calvert-Lewin could have done a job as well, to be fair, but we weren't getting any balls in. Like Watkins creates space, runs people in the channels, does all sorts of stuff. So I think he could have made some other things happen.
Yeah.
And to only have one other forward, I just don't like it.
Yeah. If only Che Adams was English. What a shame.
Well, he tried to do that by bringing Rashford on. So this is his idea of having players that cover all different positions, isn't it? So he brings Rashford on to do what Watkins could have done for Kane, except Rashford's nowhere near as Watkins at doing it because he's terrible at playing as a centre forward. We all know that.
Yeah, Rashford's been off it all season as well.
Yeah.
Well, he's got numbers, but yeah.
Right, let's can the English talk because people probably don't agree with a lot of what we're saying either. So
yeah, most people probably aren't English either.
That's true. Yeah, I'm Welsh anyway, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Right, so obviously we tweeted out the stats and stuff as usual, so I'm not going to go click into these much. You guys saw it. Arsenal repping home to Man City. I gave you that one. Yeah, you lucky devils. Could have had 2 or 3 Arsenal in there and been shafted. But as a few people pointed out, it doesn't mean there isn't other stuff going on. And Petkov didn't play for Watford. You'll be happy to know, Andy, of course. And
dropped, not repped,
dropped for being fucking useless. And that was a shame for me and a few others, I'm sure. Newcastle, Newcastle were incredibly unlucky not to get something out of this game. I thought. I mean, for long ball tactic, that's not a bad possession. And 7 shots on target. Average ratings were pretty poor for Liverpool. Biscan's goal was a worldie and Dudek made a load of saves. So,
what was Biscan's goal? I missed that.
Let's have a look. Biscan elegantly controlled the ball. He advanced with the ball. He kept the ball moving forward. He tried to take it past Foster. He went past the challenge Foster, progressed with his 4-1, looked odds on to score. Biscan scored. So, I just love how elegantly controlled the ball. Like Biscan's ever done that in his entire career.
He is capable. Got it in his locker.
And of course, the talking point actually, Dinter getting sent off in the 3rd minute, and Jason Ewell getting subbed as a result. Honestly, I love Sim.
Absolute killer.
And obviously, you wouldn't have Charlton players particularly because they're bottom of the league. But this was a game where they could do really well, and then people sort of brought them in. Obviously, you're one of them as well, Andy.
No, I mean I've had Dinter for a few weeks, eyeing up this fixture, Millwall at home. This is the fixture where Dinter's going to come good. And what do you know? 3 minutes in, sent off. Heartbreaking. But I mean, people had Ewell and Dinter. I know people had both. So
yeah. And it would have been at that 3rd minute when they decided they need to take a striker off. Euler's only had one pass. He's done nothing else. So
And maybe Bartlett had 2 passes. Yeah.
exactly. So it was pure luck of the draw as to which one probably went off at that point, and we got unlucky. Also, you guys obviously saw, I know Boxic scored and you don't like it, take it out, but I thought I'd mix it in there. I just found it funny because of the amount of shots that Middlesbrough had. Boxic had so many shots, 6-5 on target. Still got an assist and a 9. But where's this offside goal? Where he does shout at him, yeah. Boxic headed the ball, Boxic scored, it was ruled out, Boxic stayed into offside position, Boxic was furious with the referee, yellow card shown to Boxic, just found that hilarious, it's an offside goal and then fucking gets booked as a result.
I can't believe you actually treated it as a goal though. I'm a bit on the fence with that, Luke.
The thing is, I actually did it last week and no one even said anything because it was Spurs and they're shit, so no one cared. So,
Oh, fine, okay.
yeah, I did it last week, so because I did comms 2 weeks in a row because I'd missed a week. Rebrov here, who got a 7, he actually scored. I don't know if I'm bothered to find it now, but he scored at some point in this game. And I tweeted that it was a goal and then cancelled it. But I think one person said, aren't Spurs 2-0 up? He's like the only person who noticed because, yeah, no one's got any players. Right. Should we go through the teams then, Andy?
Yeah, it's straight into, because you got Saturday the 12th of April, and then it's a quick turnaround because it's a midweek game week. So there might be a few unfit players.
Yeah.
And it's a blank game week as well. So Man U and Liverpool will blank because of European commitment. And very nicely, Rory has agreed to do comms for Man U, Bayern, and I think Liverpool against Celta Vigo as well. Okay. So we'll have 11 games on Thursday night to keep an eye on.
Nice. Yeah, and in the past, when we've had these midweek game weeks, there seems to be some added rotation. It could have just been chance, it could just be because of the tiredness, it could just be a thing. So I'm going to be doing press conference as a leak this week because I wanted to do one more before the season's out at least, and basically I'm in the middle of moving house, so just to save any drama in case my internet doesn't work, all that stuff, I thought I'd do it this week just to make sure we got it in the bag. So I think it's going to be quite handy because I think a lot of people are on free hit as a result of Man United missing out, so you're obviously going to get a lot more information than you got last week. It could be useful because what you just said, it's a midweek and stuff. Of course it could be, they could just all play their main team and not be that useful, but I just thought I'd give you guys a heads up.
Do you think there's more rep the weekend before because of the midweek fixtures?
I don't know if the game works that. I mean, unless we actually got someone who coded the game to say for sure, I don't know how we can ever really test it because the variance is just so high. You know, we could sim like, maybe if you sim like 200 times and then collected the results properly in a graph, you could kind of work out the percent chance. But I still don't think then, you know, you could.
Because you see it around Christmas. So you like is it coded like 3 games in a week? Oh, okay, we've got to rest. We've got to rest a player or rest players for 1 game during these 3 games. I don't know.
It could well be. Yeah, we'd need to get someone from the old game design.
Eidos,
to come and tell us. But they probably don't know themselves now. It's 20 years ago. They've coded about 30 million games since then, I'm sure. Right. Let's go to the teams then.
Cool. Yeah, I got a few injuries, so I want to have a look.
Okay, everyone, I think I just clicked it. Everyone is playing today on Wednesday the 16th, so that's handy. And if I remember rightly, Arsenal are 100% across the board, everywhere.
Wow. And this shouldn't be a rep game against Leeds away. Oh
no, definitely not. So yeah, that should be full strength. But obviously with Arsenal, we're never quite sure what that means. You can be fairly sure that Henry will be playing though, and the midfield will be a bit of a minefield as usual. But you'd hope Perez would play. And obviously Ashley Cole will be playing.
Yeah. I'm guessing quite a few would have sold Arsenal with the rep followed by Leeds away though. So I doubt many people would have held Henry.
No, but some people might have free hitted last week because their team was in a state and they've welcomed them back. Yeah. Although, is it away to Leeds? It's not a particularly good game to play them in, I would have said. Although I haven't looked at any sims or anything. Has CM Fantasy done his video already? I
don't think so.
Early, okay, Aston Villa. As you can see, the main news was that Dion, who came on last game, survived, and now he's 100% fit. So I don't think it's a great game this week. Is it away to Blackburn? He's also then got home to Sunderland, away to Millwall, which is a lovely two, to be honest. And then home to Liverpool, I suppose could be alright. Liverpool haven't been that good. It's a home game. And then away to Spurs. Yeah, tricky couple of two, but the next two after this one are pretty good.
I think it's hard to move to someone like Dublin. I think if you're looking for a cheap striker, I think Millwall, maybe even Liverpool as a cheap striker, because they've got the extra game basically.
Yeah, people will be looking for the double / triple, whatever it is.
Liverpool blank this week, so maybe Millwall. I don't know.
Okay. Stephen Carr's 59%, so he won't play. Danny Mills is 3 weeks, so he won't play. So that means Melberg at right back again, probably. They did play Delaney last time though, so could be that. Could be Melberg. Gareth Barry back, I think. So I would imagine Melberg at right back and Gareth Barry back in.
How many games has Delaney played this season? Not many.
No. 1.
Oh, fine. Okay.
Yeah.
You'd expect Melberg right back, yeah.
Did Dublin's stats suffer with his age and his injury? No, he was only out for a week. He'll have missed training for a bit, so they might have dipped 1 like across the thingy, but he goes back into it and they'll start going back up again. Or say back to what they were. His decline's not particularly started yet. By the end of this season, it usually starts to decline and he ends up in the lower divisions. Blackburn. Again, mostly everyone's okay. Solano's still 59%, 10 days. So that's bad news for De Boer again, I would imagine.
Mm-hmm. Weatherall's got a ban coming up.
He has 3 games from the 23rd. So where's that?
I think it's last 3. Yeah.
Okay, so he's available this week and away to Watford. Westerveld still wanted. Arsenal and Chelsea. Okay. Everyone else is fine. In other words, would he automatically get his place back? I would imagine so, but we know Dublin's not completely nailed. Balaban can just play. I would have thought he'll come back in, but there's an element of risk with him. Bolton.
Super Bolton. Ricardo Gardner. It's come good this season. It's great to see.
It is. I'm so happy about that. Carrick is 1 day, but he's 52, so he won't play. Generally doesn't always start though. So probably Sherwood and Wally at centre midfield maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Apart from that, is that who they played last game? Oh, they did play Carrick, okay. So someone in for Carrick and probably the same team. That's often what they do. Is it away? It is away. So yeah, no reason.
Yeah, you can rely on Bolton, can't you? For their team.
Charlton.
Love the tweet. Is your tweet about Clegg? Love that.
Yeah, 6 months with a broken leg. Poor bastard.
Hobbling around.
Yeah.
Get me off. No, Clegg, stay on.
Yeah, I look at their bench. So Reed, although it says forward, he usually plays left wing, like he did in real life, I think, to start off with at least. Stewart up top, Johansson up top, can play left wing, Jensen midfield centre. So they had no defenders on the bench, so just like crack on, mate. Yeah, so he's.
I mean, Sean Davis could have gone right back.
Yeah, but no, they don't think like that. Obviously, Luke Young's out for 2 weeks as well. So that's Clegg usually takes some of their set pieces as well, corners, stuff like that. So I know he's not particularly done well, as you can see here. In pricing sims, he actually would sometimes get like 6-7 assists as a result of just taking corners mainly, and then do quite well for average rating because he's got a tackle machine. But and you can see he's got the high tackles here. It's just that Charlton has just been so bad. I mean, they've also had, I talked about it on the Discord a bit, they've had 7 red cards.
Really? Wow, okay.
So look, 7 red cards, and when you're Charlton, that's basically 7 games thrown away straight away, isn't it? Which is not good. And then you have to think those players get banned for a few days, so then their team's weaker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Their average rating comes down because they're playing an entire game with 10 men for all the players. I think it's had a big knock-on effect, to be honest. And this is the kind of thing that the variance in this game. I mean, out of the 10 pricing sims, I'd be surprised if Charlton ever had over 3 or 4 red cards. Do you know what I mean? And they just hit a 7. Yeah.
We should go through team stats later. It'd be interesting to see. Has anyone not had a red card?
I think there was one. I don't know if it's still the same, and it was. I think. Let's go. I did know who it was, but I've forgotten already who it was. I think there was 19 on here. Oh no, it's 20. Oh no, that's 4. Hang on. Yeah, there's 19 on here, so there is
19.
someone who didn't get a red card, and I worked it out the other day, and I've totally forgotten again already. Let's see if you can spot.
Leeds?
No, they're there. This is fun, isn't it? This is compelling viewing.
This is yeah. Put it in the chat
if you're excited.
Bolton.
It might well be Bolton. Let's have a look. Oh fuck me, tired. I think it's Bolton. I think you're right.
Bolton.
Not a single red.
So they're due. Gardner.
Oh god. Yeah, wouldn't surprise me. Right, so we've done Charlton, haven't we? Yeah, Clegg and Young. Everyone else is fine.
Fair play to Almany Dwight as well, saying Bolton.
I swear, that's LeBeouf, who changes his name and confuses us all, aka Benny. Stick to one name, Benny, for fuck's sake. You're not 10. GW34 snipers or whatever that the kids call themselves on the games. Come on, man.
Just going back to Charlton as well, I think that this is the week they get relegated because I think they need to win the remainder of all their games to stay up. 15 points, yeah. So if they lose, they're down.
Who are they playing? Away to Sunderland, yeah, they're losing. Right, Chelsea. As you can see, John Terry is at 90%, a few days calf strain, so technically available. I, as usual, probably don't want him to play despite having him because I'd like to actually have him available for the end of the season in my team. So we shall see on that one, I guess.
One for the press conference.
One for the press conference, indeed. I think we've said in the past that when it's these calf strains and muscle injuries, it seems like they play less in this situation. It's like usually if they've got a bumped head or something, they're more likely to play. So I would imagine probably not, but there we go. Petit also got injured in the last game and he's out for a month, so his season is over. Now that is fairly interesting, I guess, because when that's happened, they've been playing Dalabona in centre midfield. Mm-hmm. So I'm not sure what price he is. And obviously it's not
5, just 5, I think.
Have a little look if you get time. Could be something like 5.5. I'm not sure.
Someone will know. I might have a quick look.
So I suppose he's a differential. I don't really like the centre midfield position for Chelsea particularly, but if he's cheap and you want to be different, you could do it because there's a few games in there. Obviously away to Man United shit, but home to Watford, home to Newcastle, away to Charlton, home to Everton's a nice little run, I think. So could maybe go with that. Also, of course, he's not. It doesn't mean he's 100% nailed because they could put someone else in there. So I could understand why you would want to do it, but probably.
Leo Knight as well is an option, right?
Yeah, I mean,
keeps getting the games.
He's getting the games now, and when he plays, he's been scoring.
And he is a good player.
He's really good, isn't he? Multiple times he comes really good, actually. So yeah, he's got the pace, doesn't he? Love that. Yeah, but still a risk of game time. He's not 100% yet. It's one of those ones where it's a battle most weeks between him and Forsell, and then there's early sub. So it's a risk, but it could work.
Yeah, I just think of like the press conference. If we know that Leo Knight's starting, I think it's a good punt to go for.
You're planting all these seeds, are you?
I'm just trying to get the most out of you when you do the press conference tomorrow night. Yeah.
Noted. Don't talk about night. Cool. No, I like those sort of things. I like it when if there's a game on paper that looks like it's good and you would go there if you knew who was starting. I like to give that sort of information because then it obviously gives people options, right? That's what I like about it. If you just keep it secret, then no one's going to go for it at all. So I may as well increased options.
Oh, definitely, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, Samba as well. If he's one, if he does start, then let us know.
Okay, all right, noted.
Makuku, yeah.
Good old Tonton. Seth injured his Johnson and he's out for a week. Bruised thigh. Bless him. And Carbonari has got a gash leg. He's 35%. So, yeah. Don't think anyone's got Derby players. But They were playing away to Leicester. I think on paper,
Yeah,
it's probably a good game.
Who's done that right wing now? Right wing back.
They have played the guy they signed, the Scottish dude. Here he is, Nicholson.
Oh yeah, Nicholson.
I imagine it'll be him.
He's not too bad.
Yeah, I fancy Leicester for this game. I think. I mean, Derby are shit, aren't they, away from home? So again, maybe
I've got Jerry Taggart. I've kept Jerry Taggart, so that'd be fun to play him this week.
See if you can get. But how many? I swear he scored like 3 or 4 goals last season.
Yeah, I think he scored quite a few from Dennis Wise corners and stuff.
Yeah, that was it. You're right. Darrell saying, or Darrell or Darrell? I don't know how to say that. Is it
Darrell. Yeah.
Sorry, Darrell. He's going to do a summary of the press conferences again. That would be.
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be really good.
Yeah. Because not everyone's got the time to listen to me gab off a load of shite.
I think last time it was like 45-minute press conference.
I know. I said it'd be quick as well. It's just tough because I want to. Yeah.
I think it should be the same as well. Yeah. The longer the video, the better for me. I just enjoy watching your face, so that's good. And I don't really get to see you when I'm doing these videos.
No, so it's a treat for you. Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah. Thanks.
Everton have got Gravison red. Was he still? Oh no! Look, okay, injured against Denmark.
Yeah, I had to sell him.
Is that the same injury, or has he come back and got injured?
No, it's the same injury.
Oh, it's the same injury.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's definitely out, and Scott Gemmell 2 weeks with a twisted knee. Everyone else is fine. The front two, Keratos 6 goals in 9.
Great, perfect. If you just got Keratos in and just kept him, but absolutely paid as well. And look at that, Campbell, fine, absolutely great.
Yeah, he's been doing well. He's another one. I think did I talk about it last week? I'm not sure. I had a conversation with someone. I think it was Irons actually. He was saying, "What move should I make this week?" Before we've simmed, before anyone starts it. I was like, I don't know. I think he was after a cheap forward for some reason. In the end, he didn't do it because Omri got reps. I don't think he had him in his team. I'm pretty sure he didn't. But yeah, Everton's fixtures I just felt were all right towards the end of the season, and he's one of the cheaper strikers who can do okay. And he did it straight away with 2 goals last game. So maybe he's got his quota already, but. I do like those two. I think Everton have had like ridiculous amounts of shots. Craig Kemp knows this sort of thing.
Well, they were early on in the season. I know that. I don't know if they kept it up or not, but they've had a lot better season than last season. Last season just couldn't touch their assets, but this season, they've done all right. Yeah.
I think a lot of it's to do with signing Eleftheropoulos as well, because their keeper situation was horrific last season. Literally, these guys are just woeful. Like, they just concede every shot.
And they just kept switching around. How has he done for average rating and goals conceded?
Still, that's pretty high for a keeper though. They usually only make about 7. I think he gets bonus most games, to be fair.
Does he?
Yeah.
What save points you mean?
Yeah. I think he gets like 1 or 2 nearly every week, to be honest.
I was going to say, it doesn't really get bonus points as an average rating.
No, but virtually no keepers get that. Yeah, I was going to have a look at it, but we'll do it in a second. So keep splitting everything up. All right, so that's Everton. Ipswich. They've still got the problems they had before. So Prutton out for 2 months. Cardso for 3 weeks, and Hariderson is 1 day 90% twisted knee.
Yeah, and Wayne's still out.
The Polish Batman is out.
The Polish
Batman. Yeah. So owners of Doherty. I mean, since all these injuries at the back have been happening, he's been playing at the back. It is a home game. So I suppose you could start him, and then if he plays up front, you're laughing. But I would have thought it's probably at the back again, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, Luke, I've got Van Nistelrooy, Chadwick, and 3 injuries, so Doherty starting. Yeah,
it's no choice, but just.
It's. I think a lot. Yeah, I mean, if you're not free hitting, I think a lot of people have pretty much maxed out the 11 at best. I think. So.
I keep forgetting that Man United aren't playing. Yeah, so I've got Van Nistelrooy perma captain, and so I've just jammed out so much that the one game he's probably going to miss, I'm going to have Phillips as captain.
I know, that's so jamming.
Oh, honestly, my
So
team has had a lot of luck this year. It's had injuries, obviously, quite a lot of injuries. But when that's happened, I've often had like Evans play like his 5 games of the season, come in and score or something like that. It's been crazy. I might play a dead team in FPL next season. I might do better, to be honest.
am I above you yet or not? Do you know your rank?
Oh, I don't know my rank. I didn't do very well last week. How many points did you get last week?
64.
Okay, you beat me, so you're above me then. Yeah, I think I had 40 or 50.
Nice. Okay.
Leeds are at home to Arsenal, and I think that's probably a pretty good game for them. They'll be attacking, usually is for the big games. I think, again, I haven't done the Sims, but I'd imagine they're probably winning that reasonably comfortably in that.
You think so? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I would have thought so. Viduka, as you can see here, 10 days, sprained ankle. So he went over in it was literally the last minute of the game, I think, as well. Look.
I mean, I'm really happy he got the goal. It's a bit of a surprise, but yeah, the injury, killer. That's going to hurt.
But Alan Smith is back.
There's no but about. But Alan Smith's back. I think it's got it, bro.
So if you wanted a Leeds forward, you could just move to Alan Smith. That's what I'm saying. Because Larson is out for a week, 57%. So he ain't playing, even though he's orange. So it's going to be Smith and Johnson up front, or Robbie Keane's there, isn't he? So it could be Keane.
I mean, Johnson played last game, didn't he?
He did, yeah. So one of Keane or Johnson will be up front with Smith, and then obviously the AMC will be Keane or Kuehl. That's what will happen. But did you say that you can't buy them because obviously they play? Did they miss a game or something? Was it you that was saying you can't get a Leeds forward for some reason?
Don't miss a game. I think it's just.
Oh, just because it's home to Arsenal. I don't think that's that bad a game, you know. I think you could go to Alan Smith if you wanted, because they've still got a nice run to finish. The only problem is he might cause you an issue later when Larson and Viduka come back. That's the problem with it, I guess.
I don't think I'll be going Smith over anyone.
Fair enough.
Not when you got Sunderland at home, Char. I think even if you've got Phillips, you can even go Sabon or Libra as a better option.
I suppose.
Well, yeah.
Broken leg for Bridges is almost fixed. He's got a few days, so that's another factor. They'll have Bridges available after this game. More forwards to add into the mix. Leicester, great game for them this week. And that's not the Savage, it's Michael Savage. 2 weeks he's out. Bless him. Everyone else is okay. Scowcroft is at 93%.
Yeah, Leicester an interesting one. So a lot of people are playing a free hit this week because of the blank. Would you go for Leicester assets? Would you have a couple of their Leicester assets in your free hit team?
I think I probably would, because it's a nice game. They're obviously relatively cheap price.
Who would you get if it was?
I think it's probably, even though wingers against Derby do well, so I think you can easily go with the wingers. They do rotate their wingers a reasonable amount, it seems, and they haven't been great. If McAnuff was starting and you know it, then I'd be considering him because he's got cheat dribbling stats. So I feel like he could do really well versus Derby. I think Delaney's still a good shout because even the fullbacks do well against because obviously they're out wide. I mean, last game was it Blackburn? Both their fullbacks, even if it's away to Derby, Bjornaby and Curtis, they got an assist and a goal between them.
Yeah.
So Delaney could do well, and obviously he could end up left wing. But for me, Scowcroft is the main man just because he's playing up top. I know he's missed most of the season and not been that good, but I'd be tempted because he's now back and starting. And I don't know if you can choose between Benjamin and Akinbaye who's to even start, so that's just too much of a risk for me.
Well, it's another press conference, isn't it?
There you go. It could be. So if you know which Leicester forward's starting, then that could be a decent punt. The thing is, they have to have done well or played well by like the 50th minute. Otherwise, they're probably getting hooked for the other forward. So there is an element of luck there, I suppose.
Yeah, I did see Heskebo's free hit, and it did add Delaney in it. I think it was triple Chelsea defence and Delaney.
Okay. Yeah.
It was like a back four.
Yeah,
so
that seems
worth
decent to me. Yeah, definitely think about Scowcroft though. He's my tip for this week. I might as well say that now. Easy one.
Fair enough. I mean, if Benjamin is starting, I'd tip Benjamin, to be honest.
Oh, Trevor Benjamin. Yeah, if he was playing, yeah, he's decent. Liverpool don't play this week, do they? So should we just leave it? There's nothing to talk about really.
Can do a 0-0 in the first leg, wasn't it, against Celta? So
yeah.
But the final, I don't think the final affects anything. I know it's like a midweek, but I think it's after Gameweek 38. Maybe. Just go to the when's the final?
14th of May.
Okay, so I think it's before Gameweek 38 then.
Yeah, but it's in the midweek, so it shouldn't affect anything. Is that right?
Well, as part of the end of 37, so Liverpool still got to play Man U in like sometime.
Well,
and if Man U are in the FA Cup final, I don't know where they're going to squeeze these fixtures in. So if Liverpool get to the UEFA Cup final,
yeah,
doesn't it?
Excuse me while I die over here a second.
I'm just thinking. Okay, so the fixtures for the 7th of May, that stays 7th of May then, I'm guessing, and the Millwall fixture.
Let's get to deep dive after this because
basically because Man U they'll have Champions League second leg. They'll have the FA Cup final. They'll have Millwall.
Man United, you're talking about.
They'll have Millwall. Yeah, so they'll go. Game week 37 will be Borough, Liverpool, FA Cup final,
and then potentially Millwall
and Champions League semi-final. So I mean, they'll have 5 games in Game week 37. I was just thinking, have they got Liverpool like the same time as UEFA Cup final? But I think it's the week before, so I don't think it's too much of an issue.
Okay.
That makes sense. But yeah, like Game week 37, it drags on for a fortnight, basically. But Man U will have 5 fixtures in that time.
And yeah, lots of training, which results in injuries quite a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is risky to like treble up because surely 5 fixtures they're going to rotate their big squad.
Smeets is wanted by Newcastle as well, maybe to replace Robert when they fuck him off.
Mm-hmm.
Man City, they have got Hurtado, orange 59, so it will be Richard Dunn playing, I imagine. He doesn't even play. The rest of the team's all good. Home to Everton though, so decent fixture. Man City have been a bit of a disappointment this season though. Thiago had his moments earlier in the season. One Chop's been okay, but then he's got like red cards and stuff. They've been a bit frustrating.
Yeah.
Mick Daly.
I mean, Man City is another one you could go free hit, one shot or.
Yeah, Thiago.
Yeah.
The numbers again aren't terrible considering how bad Man City have been, but it's just
expected more. Yeah.
Yeah, free kick, penalty, they can come any time. So there you go. Man United, they obviously don't play again this week, so we'll skip over them. But everyone's fine at the moment, apart from Roy Keane, who is out for 10 days with a broken toe.
Yeah. Nedved might be first choice midfielder on the triple game week 37 if we get a triple game week, just because he's unavailable for Champions League, so he'll have a rest that fixture.
Well, he's just got less chance of getting injured because he's not going to play through the game as well, isn't he? Yeah. He's got 20 set pieces, and we can see all over the comms he was taking all the set pieces, so it looks like that has lessened the appeal of Ron somewhat, but then obviously Ron still just put in a beast of a performance, so it's certainly a factor though. Literally every free kick was awarded.
Was it Nedved every time?
Yeah.
Oh.
A free kick to Man United, Nedved lined up the free kick, Nedved hit the free kick. Nedved with the free kick, he obviously scored a free kick. But because their stats are so close, it could come to the next game, and then Veron's taking them in the next game. It's not like now Nedved is fully on them, but he was definitely on every single one in this game. So he's probably the front runner, and he may continue to take them all.
Mm-hmm.
Middlesbrough, who are they playing? They're playing away to Spurs. It's probably going to be a bit of a turgid game, I imagine. The big news and the annoying news for me, I was praying, why can't this guy be out for the rest of the season? Because he's just been too good, and he's back 100%.
Yes.
Already.
Yes.
This guy's a fucking invincible. He literally missed 40 minutes of a game.
Go on, Zapata.
With a dead leg. he is back, and everyone's okay.
Boxic was unlucky. Was it 7 shots, 6 on target last game?
6 shots, 5 on target.
Okay.
Yeah, unlucky.
My heart bleeds.
Keane crying off with a broken toe while Clegg plays on with a broken leg. That's embarrassing. I always said Keane was soft. Yeah. Millwall, home to Newcastle. I know there's... Yeah, I was about to say they got battered, but they won 3-0 against Charlton. I think this is an alright game, to be fair. They could do alright.
Yeah, Millwall is the one to go to, I think, if you don't own any Millwall assets with a double coming.
McAnaspey is out for a week. He is red, so he won't be playing. So Livermore could play, and he is very good.
I mean, Livermore would get England call-ups, wouldn't he, if you manage Millwall?
He often does, yeah. He often does. Dribbling and finishing. He's playing in the wrong position, mate. Tim Cahill put in a worldie as well recently, didn't he? Not this game, but the game beforehand. That doesn't happen that often.
Yeah. I think you can go to Millwall assets. I think with a double, I think with a good Gameweek 38 fixture, I'm looking at them heavily.
People happy about the Cepeda thing? Yeah, I bet you are. Bastards.
The Mexican monarch. Yeah,
Newcastle are struggling on the wings. Dyer a few days with a twisted knee, 90%, and Robert now 10 days with a gashed leg. That is a severe gash.
Gash.
Gash. 10 days because of a gashed leg. It must be his thigh must be hanging out.
Yeah, I mean, bone was showing. I saw it. Yeah, it was not nice. Yeah.
Absolutely brutal for Robert. Yeah, that's kind of annoying because I've obviously got Shearer permanently, and it's away to Millwall, so I would have hoped Shearer might have got me something. But with 2 shite wingers now, I'm not overly confident he's going to get me anything.
I don't know. I think there's still a lot of goals to be had in this game. Both teams.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, they do play long ball anyway, so they don't particularly utilise the wingers that well anyway. But yeah, they're going to be playing some chumps because... I mean, I suppose maybe the squad will be happy because Robert's not playing.
Yeah, who really... So who's the wingers then? Bellamy might go left? Yeah.
I think when Robert's missed out in the past, they've either had Bellamy or Loire or someone like that on the left wing. Someone might be able to correct me. Stephen Hughes can play there, so maybe they could shift him. I think Bellamy's kind of usually the guy who gets it, to be honest. Yeah,
Maddison could go right. What happened last game?
Maddison can play right wing, yeah. Did he play? He did.
Yeah, he was on the right, yeah. Clarence Acuna's not great.
No, he's one of these players, when you look at him, his stats aren't that bad. You're like, oh, he's alright, but he's just like a 13 in everything, so he just ends up being pretty shite. I still can't believe Foster's getting games. He's shit. He's just so bad. Like, so bad.
But he's a signing, right? He's a signing, yeah?
I believe he is. No, he's a regen.
Oh, a regen, okay.
So, I haven't checked, but I can only imagine that when he was born into existence, his reputation is very high despite him being shit. So it's randomised his reputation to be very high. Combined with the fact that obviously they're unhappy with all their squad and therefore half the people aren't playing. It's just a perfect blend that he's actually played.
Mm-hmm.
Which is really, really silly because I'll say in pricing sims I don't think he ever played a single game. So,
well, if he's born, they don't think he would he?
No, but he might have been born at the time when we ran the Sims.
Oh, okay.
You see what I mean? I don't know. Yeah. I'd have to go back and check, but I certainly didn't notice him. Davies Ass is the one who should be playing with O'Brien. That's probably their best two together. But
he's homesick and he hates Robert, so it's tough.
Yeah, they brought Matteo in to solve their centre back problems, and he's the worst centre back going. And then they've just binned him off, and then brought in Foster instead. It's like, fucking hell, just useless.
How's Joe Kinnear for the job security?
He's still insecure.
Just hanging
on.
Because I mean, they could still go down, and they'd be hilarious if they did.
They're probably going to sack him after the season, really annoyingly, aren't they? When we don't even know whether we're going to continue on this file or not. That would be annoying.
I think this file needs one more season, to be honest. But
you reckon?
That's my view. Like, make this file the last season. Yeah.
I appreciate that for the people who've already played, but I feel like if you try to introduce new people to it, and you say from 2004, and they look at the teams and they're like, "Oh, I've got to get Cepeda and these people," and they don't even have a fucking clue who they are. It's like you lose a little bit of something. Can you see what I mean?
I see what you mean, but I think it's like a trilogy. Like, I think one more season would get a lot more signings, like big signings, come to the league, and you've built up these players like Cepeda who are well known.
I agree.
In the game.
If it was me playing, I'd probably want to continue, but at the same time, I think a new file with a new patch means that people like Rooney are good. Do you know what I mean? So everyone, like the average Joe, can then come in and then pick a team where they know the players. Ferdinand's at Man United. You got Saha up front for Man United. There are other interesting things that are quite cool.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
We'll have to put it to a vote, I think.
We will. Sunderland, Lawson is 1 week orange. He's had horrific injury luck throughout the season, to be honest, because he's actually pretty damn good most of the time. Everyone else who's important is fine.
And a good fixture. So, again, free hit, treble up. Do you just go Tome, Arca, Phillips?
It's probably that simple, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. You wouldn't think. I mean, Charlton aren't bad at scoring normally if they keep 11 men on the pitch. So, could you go 3 attackers?
I suppose you could. The only other one I'd consider is Teal, who is usually very good, but he's not been good in either season particularly.
Centre mids.
Yeah, you just don't. Like, McCann's good, but you just don't know whether he's going to play 100%. He's not 100% nailed.
Yeah, I mean, again, you say like they haven't been good, but if you look at the remaining fixtures, it could all the goals and assists could come from these games. It's very true. I'm a big fan of Teal. He gets really high average rating because of his dribbling, going past people. He can get like up to between 15 and 20 assists. I've seen before. I tipped him to do better than Arca this season. Arca's dropped off a cliff recently, but he's not actually that far behind him, I don't think. But I see him do really, really well sometimes. The only other one to maybe consider is Gray, because if you've got the money, then you may as well go for it, because he's actually got quite a few assists. You could try that. Yeah, he does well from the left back. Yeah. Why is Phillips unhappy? Contract or something?
Let's have a look. I can't remember. We have clicked it before. Oh yeah, no support.
No support. He plays every minute.
No, he got bigged up in the media, didn't he? And then the manager said he was shit, or he needs to try harder or something.
Wouldn't expect that from Phillips.
No, it's Peter Shreves, isn't it? He's the one who's ballsed it up. He should have said Phillips is the main man. He didn't. Spurs home to Middlesbrough today. It's an interesting game because I just love a home game, and Spurs have actually got some all right players, and Middlesbrough away from home not the best. But I don't think you'd go there, would you, with anyone particularly? I mean,
not particularly.
Shoot. Slakovic still up front. Got a few more goals, but it's just nowhere near what you'd expect. I think most of these have come in the past, or certainly the back half of the season. So he's done a little bit better, but way off. Considering we thought of him as a disappointment in season 1 for large parts of it because he started in centre midfield, he's way off this time, isn't he?
The hype around Slakovic when he came in last season was pretty high, like 30 goals, 30 assists.
Didn't quite see that, but yeah. I think he was underpriced, but luckily, just because he played centre midfield, it worked out.
Yeah, I mean, under Glenn Hoddle, it's different to this. This is just boring stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, this is turgid now. They fucking ruined Spurs with McLeish.
They are safe, are they, in the league? They can't go down.
They're 13th, so I doubt it. Let's have a look.
What's the points?
41.
Yeah, fine.
Sereni is suspended, for 3 games from the 26th. So last 3 games he will miss. So he'll play Middlesbrough and Charlton. And as Tota's been on the bench, I imagine Tota will come in. You can see his stats are actually improving quite a lot. I think I talked about this in one of my other games that I'm playing. He went to Juventus and replaced Buffon.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah, and got really good. So I think he's got quite good potential.
So he is okay. Yeah. Did he become Portugal's number 1?
Usually that's Pinheiro, I think. isn't it? I think he's Portuguese. I can't remember what he is now. He's my favourite keeper that I get nearly every game, and I still never remember what nationality he is. I'm pretty sure he's. Where's Hugo Pinheiro gone? Here he is. Yeah, he usually becomes it, but sometimes he doesn't get signed, so he just fannies about in shit leagues. Have I done every team? I still got Watford, haven't I?
Watford, yeah.
So everyone is okay for us.
Nice.
It's still 2 months.
Petkoff should be back and fit to go. Yeah,
he should be. Yeah. So what's the headlines? Dublin's back. Viduka's still out. Zepeda's back. Smith is
Zepeda,
back.
yeah, that's the headlines, isn't it? Viduka's out. Zepeda is back. Really, that's the main thing.
Yeah. I think that's about it. Really, there's not much injury news overall, to be honest.
No. A few suspensions knocking around that we'll see, like players miss the last 3 games of the season.
Yeah.
Did we have more red cards than was it? Dinter and someone else got sent off
This week
Yeah, was there 2 red cards?
there was 2. Who was the other one? Was it not Sereni? It was Sereni.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Interesting to look at like team stats if you can.
Let's do that quickly then. Yeah.
Have another look at that. So form and yeah.
So form, we got Leeds at the top.
Who's at the bottom of that? Has anyone lost 5 in a row?
Man City.
Okay.
Home form, Watford, terrible. Sunderland, Man City. Blackburn have won all their games at home for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Away, Leeds just killing it away.
Leeds dominate, but Arsenal have been good away, so they go to Ellen Road.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sunderland right at the bottom, look.
That's interesting. But again, this could just be fixtures Sunderland might have had.
Yeah, there's an element of that, isn't there? Games won in a row. We got Leeds at 8. Pretty good. Games lost in a row. Man City at 5. Games without losing. Yeah, Leeds at 8. Chelsea at 7. Blackburn. Leicester and Man City on a run of 8 games without winning.
Oof.
Most of the people you expect to be up there, apart from Middlesbrough, have somehow sneaked in an extra 10 or 15 goals for the season.
Yeah, Everton.
Courtesy of Zapata.
Everton high.
Yeah, Everton.
That is high for Everton.
Chelsea at 9th and still Liverpool 13th. Fucking woeful. Only 35 goals for Leicester. God. It's the ultimate sin pick, isn't it? Leicester versus Derby, because if you were to go on like the team and how good they've been and form even on this as well and everything, goals scored, you wouldn't touch them. Conceded, Chelsea and Leeds were up there with 26. Man United, Blackburn, Liverpool, that's all pretty standard, to be honest.
Yeah. It was Irons as well saying in one of the group chats that she kind of ignored Leeds defensively, haven't we? Like Ferdinand has been quite consistent and clean sheets and stuff. I think Chelsea defenders get more average rating, so that's kind of why we go to them rather than Leeds defenders. But
yeah, they're just less reliable to play.
But the clean sheets are there for Leeds.
Yeah, I think Rio Ferdinand's like he's within about 3 or 4 points of Sami Hyypiä, for example, and he's 0.5 cheaper.
Yeah, I think he's similar to Babayaro and Melchot. Pretty similar for points returns.
Liverpool and Man United have had the most penalties.
Shock. Nothing changes, eh?
Watford have only had 1. Come on, Petkov, man. Could have had an extra 5 odd goals on there. You got fucking lucky there, Andy, son.
That's not lucky. It's Watford. He plays for Watford. Shit. It's different if he plays for Man U, but it's Watford. Go over it.
Goals from corners 8 for Middlesbrough. I think Johnston's leading the assist stats for midfielders, and it was similar to Dennis Wise, wasn't it, last season? So 8 goals from corners. I'd be surprised if they weren't all Johnston assists.
I mean, Johnston should be 10 million again next season, but and again, no one buys him. Because...
Blackburn have got 7, and I imagine a lot of those are 2 guy, and he's also up there for the assists. Bolton have got 7, and Wally's taken a few of them, and that's why he did well for assists. So it just shows you that the corners and the set pieces, and again, I will say it a lot, the variance, Dennis Wise, season one, good, nowhere here. But a lot comes down to these corner goals and assists that some players can just pop out and have a really good season as a result. Goals from indirect free kicks, Ipswich Town. Okay.
That's interesting.
Charlton have got 4. Okay. I think that's like 50% of their goals, isn't it? And Watford have scored 6 from direct free kicks. So Petkov's made up for it there, has he?
Petkov has scored a few, yeah. And Ian Hart's played 5 games and got 5 free kicks.
Kill scored 1, I think. I think Viduka scored 1 as well, but yeah.
Okay.
Sunderland, I think it's Arca scored a free kick. I'm pretty sure he has. Pretty sure he did. And then for Middlesbrough as well, Zepeda scored some free kicks. I know that. So yellow cards. Arsenal with 40. They play hard tackling, so it's expected Charlton play hard tackling. Leicester can play hard tackling, so it makes a difference.
Who's down the bottom of there?
Leeds.
Wow, hardly any. The whole season, 19 yellows. And we saw reds earlier. And just go to home and away table in the league, if you can. Wow, that's a good record from Borough. That is really good.
Chelsea and Borough, 5 goals and 8 goals conceded between them.
5 goals at home the whole season. They've got 3 home games left.
Yeah, and I think out of those 16, I'd say they probably only had Terry and Desai together for like 9 of them, maybe. I don't know, as a guess. So it just shows you the tactics more important than the personnel.
That is mad, isn't it? 5. I know, like Mourinho probably did it when he was manager.
Yeah.
Like early on, like 04, 05.
There was that one season where Czech got like 30 clean sheets or something, wasn't there? Mental.
Yeah.
Away form, Leeds, Man United out on top.
Who's down the bottom? Millwall.
4 points for Millwall, and they just won.
They got their first win.
Yeah, away to Charlton because of a courtesy of a red card, so would have been on 1 point otherwise potentially. Right, let's do some predicting of some results because my kids are about to walk through the door again, and I've got to pack my entire fucking house.
Great day.
Great day.
I'm working at 1 today till 10. So.
All right. Is it rainy down there or not?
It is. Yes, it's nice and quiet. I'll just be on my phone, looking at football basically all day.
Nice,
hopefully it's going to be quiet. Yeah.
Cool.
I'll probably be in the arcade today actually.
I'm gonna have to come down there and just surprise you.
Do it.
It seems like a good day. But honestly, the sun and everything, like when it comes out, and obviously we've had COVID, I can only imagine how fucking manic it is there with people.
It was mental last weekend. I can't describe it. How like testosterone, sun, drinking.
Yeah. And that's just
like,
you.
That was me on the way to work. We had last weekend. There was people with like cricket bats swiping at people. We had like a guy with a machete in the Bournemouth Gardens. Like, it's running all over the place. It's so hot as well and sweaty, and you're like, it's fine.
So usually all those dicks go to like Magaluf or something, don't they?
Yeah, no, exactly. And they're stuck on this island, aren't they? Bloody hell. So yeah, it's nice to have a rainy weekend where it'd be empty, basically.
Nice. Right, let's go for a quick rundown of fixtures then. We don't have any benefit of sim data. We are going on instinct. So Blackburn home to Aston Villa. Blackburn are very good at home. Aston Villa are not particularly good away. Blackburn are going to win this game, but I don't know what the score is. What do you think?
I would think it's going to be a 2-0 Blackburn victory. And I wouldn't go near Aston Villa players, even Dublin.
Yes. You would have thought Dublin versus Weatherall might be alright if that happens as well. I don't know which side they play on. That's where Craig comes in. We'll have to look at that. But if that's the clash, I think Weatherall will be one of the few centre-backs that can handle Dublin in the air. So,
yeah, I think if hopefully Dublin does play and Weatherall can get the clean sheet and then some bonus as well. So that'd be good.
Nice. Okay, yeah, I'll go with 2-0 as well, actually. So Chelsea versus Watford. I mean, given Chelsea have conceded 5 goals all season at home, I suppose we have to look at a clean sheet and a standard another 2-0 win.
Yeah, I think that as well. But I haven't got any Chelsea defenders. I need Watford to score badly, but I think it'll be 2-0 as well.
Well, Petkov should be back as it's an away game, and he's generally completely nailed outside of rep, it appears. So he could fire in a penalty or a free kick. Yeah, could do you a favour.
I might root for him this week. Yeah.
Ipswich versus Bolton. This is tricky. I always favour the home team, so I feel like Ipswich can maybe get a result here. To be honest, 2-1 to Ipswich, maybe a draw. There might be goals in this one.
Yeah, I'm thinking both teams to score. I don't think Ipswich have been particularly good recently, but they're still 10th. Yeah, I'm going to go for a 2-2.
Okay, all right. Leeds Arsenal. I think Leeds will win this quite comfortably. I think Arsenal might score, maybe. Just because, although Leeds have been really good defensively, generally playing three at the back's not a good idea, especially against good forwards. So I think that Arsenal could get a goal. I don't think I think they'll be defensive, Arsenal. But they do counter attack, and Henry's one of the better strikers in the entire game away from home. So I still think Henry could score, but I think Leeds will win. Maybe 3-1, something like that. 4-1.
I was going to say the same. I'm going to go 3-1 Leeds as well.
Okay. Nice.
I think Arsenal will get a goal. I think Henry can definitely grab something. If he gets a chance, he's going to put it in. And he'll get a couple of chances, I think.
Yeah, I'll go along with that. Leicester home to Derby. I'm hoping this is just the sim pick and Leicester destroy Derby. I'm going to go 4-0 to Leicester.
Wow, 4-0.
Yeah. I think it's going
I'm
to be
not as confident. I'm not as confident with Leicester.
Neither am I, to be honest. I'm just hoping that it is.
It's a really interesting game, I think 3-1 Leicester. Just go to the table for Leicester and Derby. I'm always interested in this. So Leicester, how many points above Derby are they? 5 points. There's a big clash. A win and they're basically safe. Lose and Derby right back in it. Yeah, no, 3-1 Leicester though.
Okay, Man City, Everton. I'm just going to go with the home team again. I think Everton will score. I think this is 2-1 to Man City.
I think Everton have been quite good and Man City have been poor. I'll say 1-1.
All right, cool. Millwall, Newcastle. Newcastle are just so bad away from home, and both their wingers are out. I know it's Millwall though, so I'm still going to back Millwall to win though. Have I picked every home team? That is not very inventive, is it? I think Millwall are going to win, and I think they might even get a clean sheet. That's brave.
No, Millwall won't get a clean.
Let's go 3-1 Millwall. They ain't keeping a clean sheet, am I? Who am I kidding?
I'm going to go for another 2-2.
Okay, yeah.
Have I said 3-2-2s, have I?
Yeah, I think, yeah. We'll just rinse and repeat the same score for every game. Sunderland versus Charlton. Sunderland are going to win this. They're going to actually turn up in a game that they should turn up in, rather than just against the big teams. And they're going to win 4-0, and Kevin Phillips is going to score a hat-trick for me as my vice captain. /captain.
Yeah, Phillips will be my captain. Definitely. I can't see it going anywhere else, to be honest, this week. I do think Charlton are going to score, though. So I'm going to say 4-1. I think I've got more away teams to score than you, I think, this week as well.
Probably. I suppose it's just because I just did comms for 2 weeks and there was not that many goals.
Bad.
Yeah, so but now I'm not on comms. There'll probably be loads of fucking goals for whoever takes over it, annoyingly. Spurs versus Middlesbrough. I think Middlesbrough may even just do them. I'm going to go for one. I'm going to go for an away win in this one. I'm going to go.
You are?
I'm going to go 3-1 to Middlesbrough. Rickard is going to score 2 goals.
Again, I think it's a tough one. I'm going to go for my 4th 2-2 if I said 4-2-2. So.
4th 2-2. Wow,
yeah.
Okay. Nice. All right, so that's what we think. Good luck with that. What did I say? Yeah, I already mentioned, if you skip forward in the video, we're going to be doing press conferences for the league. I'm going to try and do it Sunday night, hopefully, about 9 o'clock, the usual time we do the stream. So after this, I'm going to do everything that I need to do behind the scenes, sim it, screenshots, all that crap, and then make some notes, and we'll do the press conference. I'll explain, similar to the first one, It's nothing to do with results or anything, so I'll take that out of my mind. But we'll go through that in the league. That's about it, isn't it? Is there anything else to say?
Yeah, look forward to it. Tune in for that. I can't tune in, but make sure you ask Luke some difficult questions. Make sure you get a lot out of him. Make it worth my while. If you could ask, who do I want to be asked about? No, I think it'd be fine. I don't think anyone's going to rep. I mean, as long as Sunderland don't rep, I think I'm okay. I mean, actually, to be honest, if anyone reps, at the moment I'm going to have to take a -4 to get 11 players. So,
what will you do if teams rep? Because I'm just looking now since you mentioned that. Chelsea home.
I can't do anything.
Can you not? You're not got chips. Just gonna have to take it on the chin.
Oh, triple captain bench boost, but that's not kind of a
they're not
get out of jail free.
Oh god,
chips to use.
I just suddenly thought, and you were like Chelsea home to Watford. That's a potential rep game, isn't it?
I don't have any Chelsea players, which is good.
Leicester home to Derby could be.
No Leicester for me.
They're the two, and Sunderland.
Oh no, I got Jerry Taggart. So Taggart news would be most welcome.
But yes, so the three major standout ones are Sunderland, Charlton, Leicester, Derby, Chelsea, Watford. There are some other potentials, but that'd be funny if all three of those reps, then people are going about 5 players. But we'll have the press conference to help you through your -26 or whatever it is.
Do you take a -20 or do you just roll with 5? Oh dear. Terrible.
No, I don't want to have those considerations or thoughts. I'm just going to let it crack on. Right. Everyone, enjoy the football later. What games we got? What's at 2:00?
It's a good middle game. I think it's Portugal-Germany, which is nice. Is it France-Hungary at 2?
Yeah.
Portugal-Germany. Spain-Sweden?
Poland.
Spain-Poland.
Spain-Poland, yeah.
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 And that concludes match day 2. Yeah.
That's got 0-0 all over it again, hasn't it? I really hope Spain turn up for that one, though. He's already said he's playing Morata again, for Christ's sake.
I had a day off yesterday. It was the worst 3 games of the tournament, wasn't it? Terrible to watch.
Yeah, I mean, I've been working the vast majority of the time. I've caught bits and pieces of football, and obviously coming home to watch that England game was just devastating because I've just been looking forward to it for so long. But there we go. Anyway, we won't get back onto that. Enjoy, everyone. Catch you later. And
have a good day. Have a good game week. 3 hits are lucky. So, well done.
See you later, everyone.
See ya.